Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Wilderness Witty TV back with our second installment of the Woodsman's Cook Set. I hope everyone's doing great. Today we are going to be doing, again, like I said, the second installment of our three-part series. And this is basically my cooking gear, my utensils, and my sundries that I use on a everyday scout. First off, again, I want to say thank you for all my subscribers and all of your comments, and I hope to hear back from all of you, and I hope you're doing well. Of course, as everybody should know, I'm your host, Witty. Nice to meet you. Now, we are going to be reviewing one, two, three, four different products this afternoon, and our first thing that we're going to review is actually my two-piece cook set here that I use for basic stirring and making sure things don't burn in the process of cooking. Now, as you can plainly see if you look well enough, these are kind of battered, so I've used them quite well. But I will tell you that everything that's on the table is what I would consider budget friendly. But, first, before we go any further, I would like to explain a few things for those that may not understand what this channel is really about. You see, this isn't a channel that just reviews products that are of a lesser monetary value. When I say budget friendly, I'm talking about products that are, yes, in certain circumstances, lower intrinsic value. However, I'm also a very fond advocate of those that will, of course, save and go and buy something that would be considered a little bit more expensive or a little bit more common, for lack of a better term. And the reason that I say those things is because I just don't want people to think that I'm just wanting to go off and spend as little as possible as far as what my kit entails for survival and so on and so forth. Now, setting all that aside, and I don't mean to ramble off my soapbox, the brand name of these products is Chefmate. Now, believe it or not, I kind of stole these from my wife. She used these for many years when we first got together. And that's part of the reason why these particular products are a little worn in. But because of my wife, I know that these products are worth their weight in gold. They have not chipped, they have not splintered, they have not left residue behind or caused any kind of discolorization or flavor difference in the production of food, for lack of a better term. Now, I will tell you that these particular products are made of 100% bamboo. And I have looked up online, and these are relatively cheap. They're not extremely expensive, but they are, as I said beforehand, worth their weight in gold. Now, as you can see here, this is a slotted spoon, obviously. And then you've got your standard spatula. I use this to try to flip bacon and do eggs and things of that nature. Pancakes. And this is more of your soup and chili spoon, for lack of a better term. But again, I love them and would not go out in the woods without them. Now, our second product here that, again, is just phenomenal, guys. Absolutely phenomenal. These are Ozark Trail cutlery set, for lack of a better term. Well, I wouldn't say cutlery. That's really the wrong term. It's basically just your standard knife, spoon, and fork. Now, I will tell you all right off the bat, the spoon in itself is more of a military size spoon. It's much larger, a little bit more in depth, in the pocket, but great nonetheless. Now, I will tell you all right off the bat that these are rated for about 1,000 degrees, I believe. So nothing you really stick in them, nothing you really stick it into as far as temperatures that are ready to actually eat are going to harm these things. And I've used them over and over and over and over again. I've used them outdoors, and I've actually ate a meal with these two, more than once actually, and they never melted. They never left a bitter taste. They just worked. They are a workhorse, and I'll tell you, I really for probably about 2 months saw these things sitting on the shelf, and honestly, I overlooked them a couple of different times. I really didn't think twice about it. But when I looked at them and I saw the price and I saw what they were made out of and the temperature differential and what is safe to use, I couldn't pass it up. And honestly, I only paid like $1.50 for this set. Now, when you get it, it does come with a plastic ring, and as you can see, all three products have these small holes at the back end that attached a ring to it, which was also the same kind of plastic that they're made out of. But of course, I just plucked that thing off and chucked it. But honestly, love them, love them, love them, love them. I take them out every single time. Now, the other product that I have here was more or less a find. My wife and I were actually at a church yard sale, I guess, best way to put it. And it was several different people, folks that were involved with the church and others that weren't. They were just there selling off, unwanted or unneeded products for others at a very nice price. Now, I've used this a couple of times, obviously, and I will tell you that I don't know the name of this product. I cannot find any kind of maker's mark. I can't find a brand name, but I can tell you without any doubt that this product is bamboo, just like the spatula set here. And like I said, I've used it several different times, and I have not seen any kind of splintering. I have not seen any kind of discolorization or staining, and it's very nice, very lightweight. It's probably only about 1 foot long and maybe maybe another I'd say probably about 8 inches wide maybe. And it's very packable. I can slide this in with everything else that I put in my pack, and it's like it's not even there. And of course, you have your little handy little grabber here. You just grab a hold of it, set it down, and get to work. But again, love it. And I only paid, I think it was $1.80 for it. So to have a packable, lightweight cutting board that I can use on the fly, and of course, as we all know, we don't want to be sitting there trying to use things that we're wanting to eat and put them on the ground. Obviously, that's not a good idea. You might get a flavor you don't want. Now, the other product that I have here is very small, very compact, and if you don't be careful, guys, you will lose it. I lost it the first time I tried it. I had it in my pocket and didn't know it. And eventually, after the trip was over with, I'm like, oh, there it is, But now, I'll be honest with you guys, I can't pronounce the brand name, but I will spell it for you. It's COGHLANS. Now, if you, again, can't pronounce it, I understand it because I can't. But it is a backpacker's salt and pepper shaker right here. And I'll tell you what, for a very quick and easy way of transporting your, what I would call sundries, which is basically just your basic salt and pepper or spices that you might want to use on the trail, this would be your best bet, honestly. Now, these two compartments come apart, and obviously, if you unscrew one end, this would be the end that you would take out and you would sprinkle on your food. And this end here is what you use to load your product with. Your salt, your pepper, your paprika, what have you. Very, very lightweight. And unfortunately, guys, I've looked and I cannot find a percentage or amount of product that you can put in here. Honestly, by looking at it by eye, it's probably a little less than a teaspoon, but for a small meal, it does the trick. And like I said, it's packable, it's lightweight, and it's something that you can literally just shove in your pocket like I did, and you will not notice the difference. But you'll have things to make your meals out there a bit better, shall we say. Now, I want to say, after reviewing these products, that I appreciate everyone that is my subscribers. And I want to say that I hope that everyone, if there's anyone out there that wants to see a particular video or has a particular subject that they'd like to bring up, feel free. I love content. I love ideas. So anything you all would like to know about or anything you all would like to see, let me know. Again, I'm Witty, and I want to say thank you and God bless.